when you're given a scenario and you're asked to compare two different situations, sometimes we're going to give you the characteristics that we want you to talk about, and other times you're going to be asked to figure that out on your own. So you have to be prepared to think about, in this situation, does it make more sense to be talking about rate of change or in behavior or what? And give as much information as you can. It's always better to give more information than not enough. Which is why I sometimes have 20-minute videos. So in this problem, the Metropolis Zoo, wish it said Atlanta Zoo, but you know, what are you going to do, recently celebrated the birth of 2 new baby pandas. The Atlanta Zoo did too. They're very cute. You should go look at the panda cam if you haven't already. So Moshi, the panda cub, has been measured and weighed each week since she was born, and they give us a table. Over here, Kappa has been charted on this graph. The Atlanta Zoo pandas don't have names yet because they don't name them till they're 100 years old, but they're still really cute. But Kappa, they gave us a graph. So we have to be able to look at these two different mediums or ways of expressing information. Oh my God. You have to be able to look at these two different ways of expressing information and gather information from both of them. So which panda was heavier when they were born? Well, in this case, when Moshi was born was at week 0. So its weight, and this would be your y-intercept. This would be the start of the scenario. This panda weighed 1, we're assuming ounce, because panda babies are teeny tiny. Maybe pound. I really don't know. I'm just not going to put anything. This one weighed 1. Oh, it says pounds on this one. This one at week 0, so at that intercept, this looks like it's counting by 4s, so this would be 2. So Moshi weighed 1 pound. Kappa weighed 2 pounds. So we would say Kappa was heavier. Which panda is growing faster? That's a way of asking about rate of change. So to figure out the rate of change for Moshi, I'm going to say the weeks, remember, is going to be my x value because time is usually your x. Weight is over here. So when I pick 2 points, any 2 points will do. When I go, my change in y here is going to be 5 minus 1. My change in x is 1 minus 0. So that means I've got 4 over 1. So Moshi is gaining 4 pounds per week is what that tells me. And it looks like that rate of change stays constant because this goes up 4, and this goes up 1, this goes up 4, and this goes up 1. Okay, so that's Moshi. Kappa, I'm going to look at my rise over run. So I'm going from 2 to 5. So that's a rise of 3 and a run of 1. So he has 3 over 1. And if I check another one to go from 5 to 8, that's a rise of 3 and a run of 1. So Kappa is gaining 3 pounds per week. So Moshi is growing faster. And the last question it asks is which one is going to weigh more at 5 weeks? Well, here, if I just continue this line on out, so if I go up 3, 1, let's see, 2, 3, and over 1, it's going to put me right here. So at 5 weeks, it's going to weigh 17 pounds. So Kappa weighs 17 pounds. For this one, I can continue adding 4. 2 more times is probably the easiest way to get there. So that's going to put me at 17 at week 4, which means at week 5, if we add another 4 pounds, I'm going to be at 21. So Moshi weighs 21 pounds. You could also write an equation for these because you have the y-intercept, you have the slope. In Moshi's case, you have the y-intercept, that was 1, you have the slope. So what you could do is if you didn't want to keep guessing like that, you could say, well, Moshe's equation would be a slope of 4, so 4x, plus a y-intercept of 1. If I plug in 5 for that x, it'll tell me how much Moshe's going to weigh at 5 weeks. So 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21, which is what we found when we just followed the pattern. Same thing will work for Kappa. We've already figured out our intercept. Kappa was born at 2 pounds. So that means when I'm filling in my mx plus b, your b is 2. Your coefficient here is going to be your slope. We already figured out that that was 3 over 1, or 3. So if I want to know what Kappa's weight is going to be at 5 weeks, then I'm going to plug in 5. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17. So which panda will weigh more at 5 weeks? No matter how you find the information, it ends up being Moshe. All right, let us know if you have any other questions, and go visit those baby pandas soon.